right. Testing, testing. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on. Welcome in. Also, let me make sure I'm set up here as well. Okay, I guess I can't do it here. That's different. Yep. All right. Am I live here? I think I am online. Oh, yes, I am. Okay. Hey, yes, I am live, baby. What's going on? What's going on here? Okay. So we should go ahead and get started with the topic. Oh, yes, I am. Okay. Hey, we should go ahead and get started with the topic here. Okay. So basically, I wanted to talk about something that's not a lot of people are talking about or thinking about at the moment because something very interesting has actually happened. And I don't know if people were paying attention. Well, the people, the fans of this particular music, they were definitely paying attention. I don't know if you guys know, but first of all, let me go ahead and pull things back. So just want to let you guys know that uh, Eminem versus Kendrick Lamar is this theory that I think is about to be proven true. Like it's something that's about to happen. And why do I think that this is going to go down? Okay, so the reason is because of what Eminem has recently done. Like I said, if you guys don't know, Eminem recently released his new music video about 2 weeks ago. It's called Houdini, right? I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was a pretty great video. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit, and so basically, this video is about the old Slim Shady versus the new Slim Shady. I'm sorry, the old Slim Shady versus the new Eminem, right? So Eminem comes back with with his previous sound that he used to use that made him really popular. But he basically makes this video, and I wish I could play it for you on YouTube, but you know, if you play anything on YouTube, you basically will get copyright struck. But basically, Eminem makes this video. As you can see, half of the video is Slim Shady. The other half is Eminem as the mature man he is with his daughter and, you know, taking care of his family and just being grown. He's like 50 years old at this point right now. And what I liked about this video was like, it's kind of like a throwback in a way. It brought us back to his previous sound. Um, and so I definitely really enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed hearing it. I'll admit it may not be in my rotation because I've kind of I don't listen to 2000s as much as I used to, but we all know that there's a lot of people who wish that music hadn't moved away from that sound in the first place. So it's good to have him. It's good to have him back. He's making the music that his people would even want to enjoy, in particular his fan base. I've always liked Eminem myself, you know, from My Name Is and what's the song where he goes Mom Spaghetti, Spaghettios or whatever he says in that one. You know, I enjoyed that as well. But in this one, so he's fighting with the old Eminem. He's fighting with the old Slim Shady in this video. But what caught my attention, what made me even consider making a thumbnail like I did, um, was a particular. I'm sorry, where is it? A particular screenshot that I took. So this is at about 2 minutes and 13 seconds, right? And so he asks, "Who do you think is the best MC?" So that doesn't seem that important, right? It's just rappers trying to say that they're the best or whatever. Okay, I get it, but I actually think it's particularly important, and I think it's actually something we should be paying attention to and thinking about. And the reason I say that is because he put this video out and he's trying to make this statement right about 2 weeks ago. So the rap beef was about a month and a half ago, a month and 2 weeks, right? That rap beef, in that rap beef, we basically decided that Kendrick Lamar is the king. He's the king of hip hop right now. He's the best. He's the MC, right? So it was a debate between Drake and Kendrick has won. And by the way, those thorns on his head, by the way, are basically made out of diamonds, which is pretty cool. So he's got a diamond crown on his head, which is pretty crazy, right? And so we've got this fight going on between Drake and Kendrick obviously won. And so what I think Eminem was thinking, he's saying to himself like, "Bro, like, did y'all forget about me? Like, I've been here this whole time, and I've been putting in the work, establishing that I'm the best, and I even kind of stepped away." Not because I was bored, but because I realized there was no competition, right? So how are y'all gonna have this debate, right? And so going back to this still, by the way, let me go back to it, because going back to this still, they're asking, who do you think is the best MC? And I forgot to take another screenshot, because in the next section, what happens is that Slim Shady shows up and like throws shit around, um, just throws shit everywhere, and completely trashes the place, basically. So Eminem is feeling the type of way. He's feeling like people just kind of forgot that, and I'm gonna say in his feelings that he is the best. And so I actually think that we're gonna see some interesting stuff happen because of that, right? Now, what I find pretty cool about this video is that it's the new Eminem, and I should say the old Eminem, is trying to stop. Well, I should say the current Eminem is trying to stop Slim Shady from getting him canceled, because the Slim Shady will say anything. He say the craziest stuff at any given moment, at any given time. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I'm just gonna say it like this. I mean, I know it's kind of crazy to just be straightforward, but yeah, I think Eminem wants to smoke with Kendrick. You know what I mean? I really do. I think there's no way that Eminem is just gonna let Kendrick crown himself. The culture crowns Kendrick as the king, and then Eminem's like, bruh, so what have I been doing here? Like, did you guys forget about me? I've been here this entire time, bro, and you just gonna move on for me? Like, this guy practically reads the dictionary every day, doesn't he? I would think so. So he's feeling a type of way. I think he wants to smoke. Um, I know it may seem like I'm just trying to start shit, which, yeah, in a way I am, but I think he wants to smoke. Now, let's be real. No direct shots were fired. I want to be clear about that. No direct, straight, he didn't call Kendrick by his name or anything like that. And there wasn't even a subliminal. You know what I mean? There really wasn't any target. It wasn't. I know I'm saying that it's supposed to be Eminem versus Kendrick, but there wasn't a direct shot, a subliminal, but there was just a statement I think the video is trying to make that he feels like he is the best MC. And if there is somebody else who doesn't agree with that, they might want to say something directly to him. Right. And so now, like, think about it this way: there's one person who does not like it if you say you're the hottest MC. His last name starts with Kendrick and his first name is Lamar. Okay. You cannot tell Kendrick that you're the best and not expect a diss track or some type of response to that. Right. So I'm trying to figure out. So like if they were to engage in a beef, I would wonder who would send that first shot. And like I said, I would actually say most likely Kendrick would. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think Eminem, because like I said, Eminem right now, all he did was he just said, "Hey, I'm the best MC." You know what I mean? Okay, maybe he didn't say that, but he's kind of insinuating that, in my opinion. I don't know. He's like, "Hey, I'm the best MC," right? And so Kendrick is gonna be like, "I can't allow you to say that." That's just my opinion. Kendrick's not gonna let you say that. And so now Kendrick could also just sidestep this because, like I said, there wasn't really even a sub. He could almost, because Eminem has almost lived in his own world because people understand the caliber of rapper that he is, and I'm trying to think who even. It's hard to even be it's hard to be a feature to Eminem. It's hard to have an Eminem feature. It's like because Eminem's gonna go for the kill shot every single time, every single goddamn time. He's gonna go for the kill shot. So you know, I guess I want to wonder like, first of all, can we answer the question: is Eminem the best MC? Like, how do you how do you analyze that? We can be real about Eminem. The hardcore fact is he is technically, and I use the word technically as in like technical rapping, he is the best MC in existence because the guy raps at a million miles a minute. The guy understands double entendre. Entendres, piece of cake to him. You can't even, can you even do an entendre? Drake can do entendres. Kendrick obviously does entendres, you know. But Eminem will have like 5 meanings per bar. Eminem does lyrical shit. Eminem just does stuff that is absolutely absurd. I gotta be real with you. Um, so because of that, I don't know. I kind of think um, Eminem is the best MC, but like remember, this is also the court of public opinion. So most people, first of all, you could pick whoever you want at the end of the day, and I think right now people are rocking with Kendrick. And I think when you compare the both of them, you've got the fact that Eminem is just technically superior, but then you also have the fact that Kendrick just embodies culture. There's this culture to Kendrick that um, is very, very, very important. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I'm actually gonna say I don't know who the best MC is when you compare the both of them. And so we got to ask the next question: like, what would a Kendrick versus Eminem beef look like? So what's the timeline? You know what I mean? Right now so it's starting with Eminem's video Houdini. You know what I mean? The next question is Eminem gonna be more direct? Does Eminem specifically have something to say to Kendrick? Because I don't know if he does right now. Like right now he didn't say anything directly to him, right? Is he gonna do what he usually does, just kind of stay in his own lane? You know what I mean? And just kind of show that he's the best, but like he doesn't ever be specific about anything, which is something he does. He's been doing a lot of that for a long time. He just kind of he's in his own universe, and I don't even know if Kendrick. I feel like Kendrick would most likely avoid entangling with Eminem if Eminem just chooses to stay in his own lane. Like I don't think Kendrick is going to be like, let me say something to him. You know what I mean? But like I said, I feel like I don't know what I don't know what Kendrick is thinking. I mean, I don't know. He like imagine Kendrick watched that video, right? Houdini. Do you think he was like, you know what? I'm gonna put a little something in my album to get this kicked off, right? Put a little, put a little something, something for Eminem. You know what I mean? And if he were to do that, okay, now it's on and popping at that point, right? So we'd have to see. And you know, so let's say let's really just let's go with this, man, because I kind of want this to happen. So let's say Kendrick strikes first with the sub. I know Kendrick would start with a sub and throw a little something something out there, say something about I don't know. I don't even know what you could say about M. It's kind of hard. I mean, I guess the only thing you know about M is that back when he was Slim Shady, he used to do a lot of drugs, right? So if you want to go back to that, you could talk about his drug habits. But he might throw a little subliminal like that. So let's say they throw the sub and then Eminem bites back. You know, I wonder if Eminem would go hard immediately after after M hears the first sub, or would he like play with Kendrick a little bit, right? Play with him a little, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, Eminem is such a like he just goes for it. I feel like he tried to kill him on the first full response to a sub from Kendrick. You know what I mean? I just feel like he would, you know. Um, so as for what the Eminem track would sound like, I mean, he gonna, you know what I mean? He gonna sound like a machine gun, bro. And then when you go, like, you have to go to Genius to look at Eminem stuff because sometimes you don't even know what he's saying. And then when you look at the lyrics and you're like, oh wow, he's saying a lot. Like that's pretty crazy that it's like that. Like you gonna have to like be on Genius a lot to see what he's saying. You know what I mean? So after Eminem comes with his track, I'm saying like Kendrick's next track, I think is gonna be. I can feel like it's gonna be much more about the fact that Eminem's a white man, and what we're gonna have happen next is basically it's gonna get real racial real quickly, and I'm not gonna. Not that Kendrick might say just real mess up things about him as a white man, but it's gonna separate real fast. You know what I mean? And so, like, when you ask a question like, who would the culture agree with? You know what I mean? I think I have a frightening feeling that things are just gonna separate on racial lines way faster than you would expect. You know, I hate to say it, but you know, Kendrick, I think his core fan base is black folks. Eminem's core is white folks. Okay, now I don't want to go the wrong way with this. You know, making this black man versus white man is not the way to go because it's not like that. You know what I mean? It really isn't like that. At the end of the day, Eminem um, has proven himself to black culture. Okay, to black culture at large. Okay, and don't forget that he had to like if you watch the 8 Mile movie and you remember that from that scene where he went to a rap battle. First of all, he's a battle rapper. He went to that rap battle. He the only white guy there. He had to impress us to get to where he is, to get to being as prolific as he is. And then Dr. Dre caught on to him marketed him to the masses. Okay, his fan base ended up skewing white, but don't forget that he, first of all, Dr. Dre found him, and I think there was a recording too from Dr. Dre, not a recording, a video where Dr. Dre heard Eminem and didn't know that he was black. I mean, that he was white. Dr. Dre thought he was black. Met him in person, was like, oh shit, well, we gonna have to make this work, man. We gonna have to make this work. At the time, it was a little bit different back in the 90s, you know what I mean? So now we have to think about this, man. So the debates on this topic are going to be absolutely earth shattering, man. When the culture starts debating, like if they start going at each other and the culture has to debate who the hottest MC is between Kendrick and Eminem, God, the tracks that could come, like I really want to hear like Kendrick having a match Eminem. We really got to push Kendrick to match or exceed Eminem's technical rapping ability, because can he do it? And if he does, oh my God, those tracks, like remember, like when he had to fight against Drake, he kind of had to make tracks that will bump in a club or bump in a car. When he goes against M, it's just lyrics. It's just technical lyrics. You know what I mean? So when he has to do that, just be technically lyrical. Oh my God, this is gonna be like an unbelievable, crazy situation. You know what I mean? And so, I just feel like nobody wants to give Eminem his flowers, man. Eminem. Sometimes when we ask that question about who the hottest MC is, I really don't hear us talking about Eminem. I shouldn't even say hot. I meant to say the goat, the best of all time. I really don't hear us talking about M a lot right now. We've crowned Kendrick. You know what I mean? Given Kendrick his crown, and I think we're gonna have to have another discussion. I don't think these rap beefs are over at all, man. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna have to continue this discussion more and more as time goes on. You know what I mean? Um, so a couple of things to remember: Eminem signed 50 Cent. You know what I mean? So Eminem truly, you just got to give him his flowers, man. He truly, and what I'm gonna do, so y'all can see, this man has truly, 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 truly. I meant to get a picture of Eminem with Dr. Dre. This is just pictures of Eminem. This man has truly proven himself to the culture. He's proven that he's the best of the best. And so, look at him and Dr. Dre. These guys are like teammates, man, with his Beats Music headphones. This guy has proven himself and shown that he is the best. So I really do think that Kendrick and Eminem need to have have a little beef. I hope that it don't get as dirty as it did with Drake and Kendrick, because that got really rough and that got really dark. But I still think hearing these guys go bar for bar would be unbelievable and world shattering when they do actually compete with each other. You know what I mean? And so we're gonna have to see. But like I said, I was showing y'all what I think, like why I think he's actually trying to get the smoke. I'm gonna show you that picture again here because where it is at. I'm telling you. So y'all go watch Eminem's video Houdini. Right here it is, that screenshot. Who do you think is the best MC? Right. So like I said, I can't play the video because it's YouTube. But in the next shot, Slim Shady shows up. And Slim Shady basically throws the table to the ground and basically tries to tell the world that he is the absolute best MC. And so I don't know, we're gonna have to see. I can't wait. I don't know what y'all think about it. I don't know if y'all think Kendrick is the best. I don't know if y'all think M is the best. I personally, let me make a decision. It's hard. I think so. Who's the best? Who's the GOAT? Look, I think if Kendrick versus Eminem, I think Eminem will whoop his ass. Fuck it. Fuck it. I think M would whip his ass. Let's be real. Can we just be grown here? Eminem versus Kendrick. Eminem is gonna. Are you kidding me? I don't think Kendrick has a chance. But remember that in diss tracks you can take different angles. So if Kendrick tries to go away from the bars and like talks about um Eminem's personality, what he's done, and then if he goes deeper in the closet, opens up Eminem's closet, cleaning out my closet. If he opens up Eminem's closet and goes a little deep in there, pulls the skeleton out of M's closet, maybe this beef won't be about specifically the technical battle between them. Maybe it'll actually be about like other topics, things about Eminem that we actually don't know at the moment. Could be something like that. So we'll just have to see how that goes, man. I really I think we'll see them pop off because first we gotta wait for Kendrick's album to come out. And I feel like Kendrick is gonna put a little something for Eminem on that album. Just a little something something for Eminem to think about and to chew on. You know what I mean? Like I said, Kendrick would be smart to just pretend like this. Like I'm gonna show y'all the picture again. What I think is the truth here. So if Kendrick watched this video, see, I know Kendrick is the type to watch this video, bruh, and be like, "Oh hell no, who Eminem think he is?" Eminem's asked that question: "Who do you think is the best MC?" This is who he thinks the best MC is: Slim Shady. That's just how he feels. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna stick with my opinion. I think Eminem would whoop Kendrick's ass. I'm just gonna say it. It just feels like that. It really just feels like that. You know what I mean? But so I got a different question for y'all. So I'm gonna let y'all debate that on your own. I got a different question. So we watched Kendrick tear into Drake about being biracial, right? I know we're kind of bored of the Drake versus Kendrick, and I know we got to let this go to rest. I just got a different angle, a different topic to kind of unpack about that. So we watched Kendrick tear into Drake about the fact that he was biracial. So we know that Drake has a white mom and a black dad, but notably he was raised solely by his moms because his pops abandoned him, didn't do shit for him. That's just the reality. So we just had this question to ask, this existential question that I want to ask. You know what I mean? The reality, you look at this picture, Drake really does look like a white man. Like we could be real about it. We could just say it how it is, man. And we have to ask that question. Like what does it really mean to be black? Like if you're mixed, if you're black and white, you know what I mean? What does it take for the culture to consider you to be a black man? You know what I mean? And I feel like this beef, because Kendrick was on him. Oops, almost dropped my computer. Kendrick was on the man. Kendrick was on the man. He's telling Drake, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Like revoking his N word. Talking about how Drake felt like he wasn't black enough. You know what I mean? That shit is some deep, deep shit to be, saying to somebody. And that can, take a person like that to a dark place. So I sympathize it. Well, yeah, I sympathize with people who are going through that struggle. If, they're black and white, they're trying to figure out who's willing to accept them. It's tough. Black people look at you, they see you're lighter than them, and they're like, okay, you're black, but not really. And then white people look at you and you're just black. They done. You just a black guy. And so that's like a world like I almost like when I say I sympathize with them, I almost look at biracial people and say, y'all are kind of living in this different world. You're living, if America is black and white, you're living in the middle and you have your own separate section from the rest of us. Like you got your own section to be biracial. And you get shit from both sides just attacking you. And don't y'all forget, who else is biracial? Let me pull pull this up because y'all can't forget this because I actually didn't think he was. You know what I mean? I really didn't think he was. But basically, hold on, I didn't even put my web page up. So basically, J. Cole is biracial. It's the same situation. White mom, black dad, right? This guy, I kind of would have never guessed he was biracial. By the way, he did a good job with the dreads. These are some dreads, boy. He put some dreads on them. You know what I mean? But this is not about J. Cole. This is about Drake. So we this is a this is a tough question. Sorry guys, I'm live streaming here and I got a lot of stuff going on. This is my gaming setup, my gaming live stream that I've kind of converted to YouTube. So I've got a lot going on. So bear with me. This is my first stream on YouTube, trying to talk about things that I'm very interested in outside of gaming. You know what I mean? So let's go back to that question. So what does it mean to be black, right? And so, you look at Drake, you look at his baby mama, right? Beautiful woman. Then you look at Adonis, and you can see this biracial question is really, really just on people's minds. Okay. And I have to tell you, I really think it's kind of sad that we care so much about this. Remember, when you go back through history and you think about where this has come from, back in the past, let's get deep in the past of what Black America has been through. There was a moment in time where whiteness was a little bit more ambiguous. And it really was, hey, do you look white enough? And then one day, white America came out with that one drop rule and said, if you got one drop of black in your ancestry, you're black, right? And so that was a tool of oppression for a long time. And so now we come to 2024, we've kind of taken that tool and we've kind of re-engineered it. And what has happened is, being black is cool now. It's cooler at this moment. And so now we're saying, we're not even sure if you having, one black family member in your history is enough to consider you to be a black person, right? And that's just, I don't know, it's a tragedy that we're at this point and that we're doing that. And it's not for me to decide. There really isn't any moral, no right or wrong. It's a cultural thing. You know what I mean? The reality for me, I feel like Drake actually, ironically or unironically, embodies the true, no, not the true, I need a different word. He embodies the typical black experience. And if you really think about it, you think about the fact that Drake was raised by a single mom, right? Because his father, Dennis, basically wasn't there for him, right? He wasn't there for him as a child. He left him. I'm gonna pull up a picture of them for you. He left him, and then he had to be raised by a single mother. That's a typical black experience. It's sad that it's like that. I mean, even my experience was similar, not exactly. You know, I'm cool with my pops and everything, but my experience was kind of close to, you know, pops was not as prominent. Like he was there, but I don't want to get into my own family situation. But like I said, Dennis Graham, he came back around all the way in the end. He came back around when the success came around. And so, like, I don't know. I think that kind of qualifies Drake as having the black experience, but Kendrick Lamar don't agree. I mean, what can you say? Kendrick Lamar disagrees with that. The culture disagrees with that. And I know the issue is going to be more that, you know, he's Canadian. And so the fact that he's Canadian, he's kind of had that does remove him far away from Black America. Not far away. He wasn't exactly born in America. He was very close. I mean, he's come down and traveled and, you know, been in America, but his culture is Canadian, you know, Toronto, hey, you know, maple syrup, Canadian bacon. That's his authentic culture, you know. Um, but I don't know. I think this isn't. I hope we can, you know, figure this out. And you know, I hate to be a kumbaya nigga, but I think we need to be a little nicer to biracial people. I'm just saying. Look, look. I'm being nice. I'm a nice guy. I think you know we shouldn't be so hard on them and be like, "Are you sure you're black?" You know, look at the way you look. You know what I mean? Because I think it ends up making them have a complex where they can't just be themselves. Now they're trying to be black. You know what I mean? And then what if they're being too white? Now you're mad at them for being too white. You know what I mean? You're giving them a complex. You know, I think that's not um, the best thing to do. You know, just be nice. Be nice to people. Be nice to everybody. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, I want to thank y'all guys. Let me go back to my video. So when I put out that video about Drake, when I put that video out, y'all remember when I admitted I admitted that that Drake lost to Kendrick. That got about 3,000 views. You guys were so crazy in the comments. Actually, you guys were actually pretty nice in the comments on this video. A lot of y'all, look, let me read some of them. So, this guy, Kenny Calladay, said, "Shout out to you, bro. I'm a diehard Kendrick fan, and I don't know if I could do what you're doing if Kendrick lost." You know what I mean? Much respect to him for leaving that comment, but I had to admit the truth and just say that, you know, Kendrick didn't win. I'm sorry, Kendrick won and that Drake lost. And, you know, you could see it because remember the track that totally turned, like, let me know that it was over. The Heart Part 6 was like the kill shot. Once he put the Heart Part 6 out, I was like, all right, we lost. We need to move on to bigger and better things. I better not almost turn on the YouTube video for that. If I did, the stream would get destroyed and nuked. You know what I mean? Somebody said he made him flinch by out rapping, out strategizing, out thinking him. This was a chess player versus a kid eating crayons. Disagree. Disagree. You're reaching, you're saying too much. Calm down. I said what really happened. He out rapping him, debatable. Out strategizing him, debatable. Out thinking him, maybe. Because once he got into that, once he made those allegations against Drake, Drake flinched and Drake basically had to make a defense track. You know what I mean? Once he did that, I mean, it was over with for Drake. You know, somebody disagreed with me and they said, oh, making a diss track together would be whack. So if y'all watched my video, what I had said at the end was that J. Cole needs to partner with Drake and make a diss track together because I had accepted that Drake lost, and at that time, I thought that the only thing that we could do to save Drake is to have J. Cole come through and help Drake out. J. Cole did not see my video. J. Cole did not help Drake out, so Drake just really lost. It would have been awesome if J. Cole popped back in because, man, J. Cole and Drake versus Kendrick, them tracks would be going on forever. Somebody said Drake has never been in a real battle, that's why he lost. Kendrick came up battle rapping in the street. Now, to be fair, Drake has been. So let's talk about the one beef that Drake lost where he really was trying to. Do y'all remember Story of Adidon? Oh, God, even this picture is hard to look at, bro. Do y'all remember this? Pusha T killed this man to death. Like, Pusha T ended it for him. Pusha, like, it's so funny to think about the fact that Pusha T, he ended it very quickly. That's actually very odd, too. Because he only needed one track. He did that Story added on. Drake had to submit the defense Instagram post. Drake defense Instagram post. I didn't mean to, that's the wrong thing to Google, but he had to put that Instagram post up and explain. Remember this face? He had to explain this face, you know. And the funny thing is, he did that for a good reason because he was talking about, I think he was talking about blackface, but it is questionable as fuck though if you think about it. Like me or any black person, you really can't put black on a black face. So the fact that you could put black face on his face brings up that question again. Like, you're white enough that you could put blackface on you. So that's kind of what Pusha T played with. You know what I mean? But let me see what else people were saying. So to be honest, you come off as a fan of both artists. I thought you were going to be a Drake Glazer, former Kendrick hater. So I'm really not a Kendrick fan. No, I'm really not. I'm not a Kendrick hater. I've listened to his hits like Damn, Royalty Got Loyalty Inside Your DNA. Oh, that's DNA. Sit down, be humble. Sit down, be humble. Yeah, I listened to that. So I listened to Kendrick's hits. Drake, boy, he's on my rotation, boy. Like, I don't, man. Every other track is Drake. You know what I mean? Every other track is Drake. No matter what. Damn, this blackface is terrible, bro. So somebody said the Hard Part 6 was solid. Hard Part 6 was garbage. Like, soon as you heard the beat on the Hard Part 6, it was like, it's over with. Like, soon as you heard that beat, it was like, man, we lost. Team Drake lost. Come on, guys, let's pack it up. We gotta go. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I thank y'all again for watching that video. I did put out another video. Let's go to my channel. About is Drake's rap career over? It only got 277 views. Decent, you know. Sure. It's a decent amount of views, but I guess people didn't care that much about his rap career being over. Somebody said it's a good topic, but when you ask the question on how Drake feels about hip hop, so that's the thing that I gotta say, I'm very happy about this whole situation in the very end. The reason I'm happy is because Drake has to get in that studio. Drake need to get the hell in that studio, and Drake needs to fucking work, baby. This summer, 2024, oh my God, this album from Drake is gonna be crazy. because he knows it matters. See, it didn't matter before. Nothing mattered. But now Drake is like, damn, if I don't make a good summer album, I might have to go back to acting. I might have to go to Degrassi, brother. You're gonna have to do that. What kind of movie could he make? No, not movie, like a TV show. You're gonna have to go to Netflix and do like Degrassi after Degrassi all grown up. Something like that. Degrassi all grown up. That's probably what you gotta do. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to act. Maybe he could like sit back and be a record label executive, but I mean he gotta somehow make 400 million. They gave the man $400 million. 400 million bucks. So he gotta pay for that shit. He took out that money, he gotta pay that back. You know what I mean? You know. God, I could talk about Drake all day. So man, I got this something else I wanted to talk about moving away from Drake. That was pretty crazy. Let me go back to my browser. So I want y'all to watch this video with me because it was pretty wild. It could have been crazier. It happened in Houston, Texas. And Houston stuff is always going down. But I want y'all to watch this with me. Okay.
Seen on a viral video shooting into the air at a crash scene near Humboldt, is now charged.
And only on 13, we are giving you a look at the video that you have yet to see. ABC 13's Jessica Willie is live with the rest of the story. So, Jess, the victim says it was more dangerous than they initially thought.
Yeah, as if shooting into the air isn't dangerous enough. The victim tells us this woman, Micaiah Mitchell, shot at two of her relatives at that scene. Tonight, Mitchell is out of jail on a $30,000 bond.
Y'all can't park right here.
So, so let's stop right there, bro. So you see, homegirl is about to what's she about to do with this?
A violent response captured on video, now widely.
So what just basically happened, right? Some dude was passing by, and I think they were kind of like joking around and making fun.
Y'all can't park right here.
They say y'all can't park right here. This is a bystander talking shit. I want y'all to just look at this. Just stop and look at this for a second, because if you ever saw a young lady looking like this, all black everything, short hair, a long gold chain, black socks, black slides on, I don't think you should be joking with them. Because, you know, before the gun come out, everything black gun. She got a Glock, right? Don't be heckling people in Houston and making fun of them. Okay, just leave people alone out here, because y'all watch this.
A violent response captured.
So what's crazy is she pointed the gun at him. I think she thought about prison for a second, and then she shot upwards, which is like, okay, smart on her, but still, you're going to end up in prison for that.
Now widely shared on social media. Another angle shows the beginning of that interaction.
I have nightmares.
The victim, who asked to remain anonymous out of fear, tells ABC 13 it was even scarier than this.
So it was 5 bullets. So it was.
So this lady that they blurred out, she got hit by a black lady in all black, and they were just talking their business. They was handling their insurance, and then, like I said, the guy was a heckler. He passed by. I should zoom this in for y'all. He passed by, and he was like, "Hey, you can't park right there." And that's why she kind of smiled. Like, if we go back to her, she kind of smiled because she was. I think about her situation. She's kind of smiling. She's trying to figure this insurance situation out, right? Homeboy shows, oh, you can't park right here. She pulls out the hammer. This young lady is like, okay, oh, whoa. Like, I'm just trying to figure out this insurance situation. She lets off the shots.
Bullets. So it was not 2.
It was 5.
It was last Tuesday along the North Belt Feeder Road near Humble when this single mom was rear-ended.
She was coming too fast, so whenever she tried to brake, it was too late already.
She says she called her mother and
Right. So homegirl in the black rear-ended the Hispanic lady. I know she's a Hispanic. I'm not being racist or nothing. Rear-ended the Hispanic lady, and they was just talking about the insurance situation, and a guy passes by, and he's an a-hole. You know, okay, let's try to assign blame. Where's blame? Homegirl in the black is wrong for like pulling out the hammer for that. You know what I mean? Obviously, let me find that still frame where she got the gun. Obviously, you pull out the hammer on somebody passing by. So you see, homegirl in the black is on her phone. Hispanic lady got her phone. So they just talking, but a bystander comes by, he trying to joke around and mess around, and now you getting shot at. So the real moral of the story is mind your damn business, bro. And then also, ma'am, sir, ma'am, you gotta, I shouldn't be rude about that stuff. Like, calm yourself down. You don't need to be shooting at people because now they looking for you. Let's finish the video.
Break. It was too late already.
she says she called her mother and sister-in-law who came to the scene and then called 911. As she waited, her relatives went to check on the driver who she says caused the crash. They were met with gunfire.
I heard 3 pows. It was 3. And then that's when I saw my mom running towards me and my sister-in-law running to her car.
That was before she pointed at a passing vehicle and fired into the air.
Stop it. Nah, this is the happiest I've ever seen. Like, this is, bro, look, imagine you died, God forbid, but imagine this is the last shit you see. This is not how I want to go to heaven. This is not how I want to go to heaven. You smiling at me while you send me to meet my maker. This is not it. Don't kill me like this. Be for real. Be serious. If you're gonna kill me with a serious. Don't smile and murder me. I can't take that.
Air. At her car, she says she.
Now go back to what I said though. So I think this is the passerby in the beginning. You pass by and you see this, and you gonna joke around with them? Seriously? You think they're not gonna pull out the hammer? Why you think they wear baggy pants like that?
Pointed the gun at her and left. Seconds before Harris County Sheriff's deputies arrived. Mycaria Mitchell was the suspect. They say she was arrested just down the street. The 21-year-old now charged with aggravated assault and unlawfully carrying a weapon.
My question is, why would they do that? Like, you need to be a normal person.
The mom of 2 young children, traumatized, but grateful no one was hurt.
Once a bullet go up, comes down. Imagine it would have hit somebody. Imagine she would have killed me. My babies wouldn't have no mom.
Jessica Willie, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Life is crazy. You know, and they're doing this in Houston. It's crazy because in Houston, like, you just never know what people are thinking, what their life is like, what are they up to. You just really do not know, and you don't understand. And people could be having any type of, like, situation going on with them. You know what I mean? And so I think you just got to learn how to, like, be chill, keep to yourself at the end of the day. Don't be starting shit with people. You know what I mean? That's not the right way to go about living life. You know what I mean? That's just terrible. You know, this is one thing that I do is I try not to really, like, because I'm a truck driver, and I try so hard not to bother people, mess with people, because you just don't know what people are going through. You really don't know. You don't know if people are angry. You don't know if people are upset. And so when you come trying to heckle people, that's exactly what can get you in trouble. It can get you messed up. You know what I mean? So I got another video for you that was, like, really, really hilarious. Let's go over here. This one's funny as hell.
Check for the aircraft, just make sure everything's okay.
We're back with a mid-air scare. A group of passengers headed to Fort Lauderdale told to put on their life vests and prepare for an emergency water landing.
NBC6's Amanda Placencia spoke to passengers and joins us from Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport with the story.
Passengers on board a Spirit Airlines flight from Montego Bay, Jamaica to Fort Lauderdale say that it was a harrowing near-death experience. Confusion and chaos.
Now, first thing first, I want to talk about was Spirit. Y'all saw that smoke going through the cabin?
Experience.
Watch that again. I don't know what Spirit got going on with their planes, but that smoke be going through their cabin at all times. It doesn't. I don't know what they don't change their air filters or something. That's not the airplane being in trouble or anything. That's just. They need to figure out what's going on with that smoke. That smoke is always going off.
Confusion and chaos. That's how passengers describe the wild moments when a pilot made a frightening announcement.
He basically told us exactly that we needed to make a emergency water landing. And at that point, fear ran through my bones. Everyone on the plane panicked.
You're having the emergency check for the
Passengers on board Spirit Airlines.
Now, I hate to tell you, man. So when pilots talk, a lot of the time they're trying to keep you calm. So that, person in the previously who was like, hey, the pilot said, oh, we're going to make an emergency landing. And I'm going to be honest with you. You really can't. You got to actually be afraid. They're trying to keep you calm, but that pilot might be saying to himself, I don't know about this. We gonna land in the water, but I don't know if we gonna land in. We gonna try to land in the water. We're aiming towards the water. You know what I mean?
Flight NK-270 from Montego Bay, Jamaica to Fort Lauderdale on Sunday described how they were in the air for about 10 minutes when they heard a beeping sound coming from a door. The pilot said they were going to turn back, but a few minutes later, he told everyone to brace for an emergency water landing.
That's when everyone.
Damn, so Spirit was in the air for just 10 minutes? And then that's it? The plane going right down?
Freaked out. It was just chaotic. Everyone started grabbing their emergency vests under their seats. We saw the flight attendants running back and forth on the plane.
Shancy Faison was on board the flight with her husband during the frantic moments. She says her life jacket wouldn't open at first, so her husband gave her his.
We made eye contact for, a few seconds, like, this is not happening. And at that moment, we realized.
You can't expect all the life jackets to work on Spirit. I'm sorry.
He was not going to have the vest once we hit the water. That's what was the most traumatizing.
And she wasn't the only one who had issues with her life vest.
When I looked out of the window, all I saw was blue. So I'm thinking, this is real. We're about to go in the ocean. Like, I'm saying my prayers to die at this point, seriously, because it was that traumatizing. I thought that I was not going to make it.
The Airbus plane.
Look, I can't even joke around. Like, to be honest, like I said, when that captain was like, man, we're going to make a water landing. Like, it really isn't. It's like, yeah, this might not be. Send your last text message. You're gonna have to send your last text message, okay? Because this might be the last days. This might be the last days. Yes.
Eventually landed safely on the tarmac back in Montego Bay. Passengers were given vouchers, but some say that's not enough.
That's not really suitable in my eyes from what we went through.
Spirit Airlines addressed the issue with a statement which read in part, Spirit Airlines Flight 270 returned to Montego Bay on May 26 out of an abundance of caution following a suspected mechanical issue. The plane landed safely at MBJ and taxied to the terminal where guests deplaned under normal procedures. Safety is our top priority and the aircraft will be thoroughly evaluated by our maintenance team.
Oh, I misunderstand. I thought they landed in the water, so I guess the pilot thought they were going to go in the water. and then he tried his best not to end up in the water. So that's kind of cool that it didn't end up in a bad way.
Airline says that they arranged a new plane for passengers to complete the flight to FLL, but many say they are just still traumatized. Reporting from Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, Amanda Placencia, NBC6 News.
Right, I got another video for y'all. Oh, my video is gone.
Spirit Airlines isn't wasting any time.
Spirit Airlines also wasn't wasting money when it...
Listen, I could talk about Spirit Airlines all day, man. Spirit Airlines that's a good example of what you get what you pay for. Like, at the end of the day, I used Spirit Airlines one time, and I never used it again, okay? I used it to go to visit New York, and they lost my suitcase, which is wild because I know they put my suitcase on the plane, but they lost it. And I had to wait an extra day for them to, they left it behind or something. They probably lost it in the conveyor belt line. You know what I mean? But they found it, and then it came a day later. It was absolute BS. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't do Spirit ever again. And it costed me like the same amount of money if I just got me a premium airline, or not even a premium, like a regular airline. You don't really save as much as you think you're saving. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprising that these things are happening. You know, Spirit is garbage. Spirit is the most garbage company ever. For the love of God, Spirit is so bad. You know. So I'm here over on Reddit, and go imagine. Look at the first thing I see here on Reddit is. So you got over here somebody saying Drake's music is garbage, Kendrick's music is garbage, and this person's over here quiet saying they both make good music. They do both make good music. I wish they had collabed together. You know what I mean? I wish they had collabed together instead of becoming enemies like they did. Oops, I keep pressing the wrong thing here. Instead of becoming enemies like they did, because they are both good, incredible, and talented rappers. Seriously. You know what I mean? And the fact that, like, okay, they collaborated on Drake's album. Like, he gave him, like, one track. That's all he gave him was, like, one track. And, in that one track, he did a good job. Actually, it wasn't even really like him going off either. It's kind of like, I'm trying to remember, what track was that again? On that, and what album was it? I forgot the album too. Kendrick. And then the thing is, Drake took Kendrick on tour. Drake, for what it's worth though, Drake was always trying to be cool. I feel like no matter what, Drake tries to be cool first. He doesn't turn on you immediately. A lot of people, they make up their mind and they go, I don't like you. And Kendrick, I don't feel like Kendrick has a real, like, something went wrong type of situation that made him hate Drake so much. I feel like it was always about hip hop, and he just didn't like the idea of Drake being at the top, and he wanted to bring him down. You know what I mean? I think that's the truth. I'm sticking to it. I don't care. Kendrick is a hater. Kendrick is a hater. He make good music too, but he's mostly a hater. You gotta be real. So I'm gonna bring y'all to a totally different topic as well. And so let me ask y'all a question. Let's go back to my webpage. So what is the cost of a fountain pop soda or Coke? This is a Reddit thread. So fast food places offer refills on sodas. Obviously the stuff isn't costly once in a while. Someone says that the ice is more expensive than actual pop soda Coke. So 1 penny buys enough syrup to make nearly 2. Okay, that's the wrong one. Let me guess. If you were to go here, 1 cent per ounce of soda. So a can of soda, and I want you to look at this. So this can of soda probably costs it, I don't know, 15 cents to make. The syrup is like 15 cents. Let's be generous. Let's say it takes 30 cents to make a can of soda. So why is it that soda costs? Let me show y'all something. When y'all see this shit, when y'all see this, y'all are gonna be like, here we are at Walmart. $7.64 for a case of this delicious soda. This delicious soda right here. $7.64. Okay. Now let me ask you a question once again. Now, if we were to bring up my calculator and we were to do the math, so let's say 30 cents a can times 12, $3.60. And I know it didn't really cost them that much. It probably cost them like $1 to make a 12-pack. Why are you charging us $7.64? It's too damn expensive. Everything is too damn expensive. I can't afford anything anymore, bro. I'm broke. I'm broke. Broke as hell. So I found a pretty interesting Reddit thread. This somebody just posted this on a Future subreddit. They wanted to ask, is Future LBGT? So they already spelled that wrong. Is Future LBGTQ plus friendly? And the person asked, they said, my uncle is getting married to a man, and he asked me to DJ because I have a good taste in music. Just curious if Future is safe to include. So they're asking, is Future's music okay to play at an LGBT event? You know what I'm saying? That's the most interesting question, because for what is worth, technically, Future has never said anything homophobic on record. I don't know if he purposefully does that, but he's never said anything homophobic. That's just a fact. So somebody posted this here. Girls kissing girls, that's amazing to me. So he's like, that's one of his lyrics. He says a lot of things, at least that's friendly towards like lesbians. He's never said anything straight up about like he hasn't said anything positive about gay men. So here we have a picture. Look, Future says, me and my brother Elton John leaving the studio, love is love. So this is really, let me make that bigger. We know Elton John is gay. You know, he's got his arm around him, so he's not being weird, like, oh, don't touch me. And so it's all love. Love is love. You just said that. Love is love. It's all love. It's all good. You know what I mean? So I think the answer is yes. Like I said, I haven't heard not one Future track that's like hardcore, like, I don't like gay people. So I think the answer is yes. I commented on this myself because and so what I said is there's really only one Future song that's mainstream enough to play at a wedding, and that's Mask Off, Percocet, Molly Percocet. So like Future lyrics, like I'm wondering, when he asked that question about his uncle getting married to a man, like I'm wondering, like what kind of audience is this? Is this a bunch of white people? Because I'm not really sure that white folks is going to be trying to listen to all of that. You know what I mean? I just don't think so. I'm over here on Drizzy Reddit, so let me tell you, that's how much of a fan I am. I'll be on the Drizzy Reddit. I'm official. In my comment, when y'all see how many, I posted my comment on the Drizzy Reddit. So they asked a question. They said, "What's a top tier Drake song you've never heard anybody else say they like?" So what song did he pick? He didn't even tell us. So my comment was Summer 16. Whoa, I can't even find it. My comment was Summer 16. It's nostalgic and it was a celebration after beating Meek Mill. And then my favorite verse from that is Tell Obama that my verses are just like the whips that he and they bulletproof. Right? He said, I'm looking for revenge. All Summer 16. See, if YouTube wouldn't send me to copyright hell, I would just play the music for you. But here's a picture. I could show you a picture, and I want you to just imagine the music. Okay, just use your imagination to fill that in. You know what I mean? But I think that, first of all, God, I keep going back to this. I want to see the rest of this thread. Reddit sucks. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here it is. Somebody said 8 out of 10. I think what I like about that song, 8 out of 10, like Drake really went out of his normal sound. And I think that like at the end of Drake's career, he was more focused on expanding his sound. And 8 out of 10 just really takes it to like a different place. Like, and I definitely enjoyed it. It's pure rap. It's rap. It ain't he doesn't sing it at all. And okay, somebody said it, Blue Tint. Definitely an awesome song. Let me look at the picture. I can't play because we're on YouTube. That's what's the guy's name? Drake. So I noticed everybody's picking songs from Scorpion in that thread. Scorpion, I think, is that an underrated album? Did everybody feel Scorpion the best? My favorite, oh my God, my favorite track on Scorpion is Mob Ties. Sickety niggas. I hide some help. Get rid of the niggas. Fuck what it was. It is what it is. Whatever you did, it is what it is, and I'm so tired. I fuck with a mob and I got ties. Knock you off to pay their ties. They will be going, but don't know why. I can sing. It's too late. See, I know the lyrics, bruh. I don't play around with Drake. Some dumbass said, "Why go on Delilah?" That song is trash. Drake need to delete that off of YouTube. What the fuck? Drake gotta delete that off of YouTube, bro. What are the songs? Digital Dash. I got the Digital Dash. And the thing that makes me so sad at the end of the day, Metro Boomin, Future, and Drake. Oh, I almost played the song. Oh, Lord have mercy, I almost played the song. Metro Boomin, Future, Drake was the team of the century. And they really gonna get mad at each other and fight? I think they can make up. I think Drake and Future can make up and shake hands. Because did Future really say a lot about Drake that can make Drake mad? Because Drake really wasn't throwing bars at Future like that. I don't really think so. So I think Drake and Future could just get back on a wagon. We need What a Time to Be Alive to, oh my God. We need that. I wonder if they got What a Time to Be Alive to. What? Look at this. Y'all look at this. That's exactly the album cover. They already got the album cover figured out, bruh. So, you know, what's really like good about these guys being together? Their energies complement each other. They both got different energies. One guy is Drake, and one guy is Future, dripped and lean. Like, even look at the owl. So that's the OVO owl, dripping and lean. Oh, wow. Like, yeah. Wow. I got it. Well, we won't be seeing that. We won't be seeing that. I'm sorry. I guess they're enemies now, according to Metro Boomin. You know, it's kind of sad that this is where we're at. You know, Metro Boomin has decided he don't like Drake. You know, and I do wonder, what was the beef? You know, what was really the beef between them? Because I don't remember. Like, there wasn't like during the Kendrick and Drake beef, there really wasn't anything like. Metro never released a statement and said, "Hey, Drake, you owe me money." Right? Metro never really gave a good reason. He just kind of don't like him anymore. Was there a cease or desist, or I'm really not sure what it was that made them fall apart, but I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Metro beats as of late. Honestly, I think Metro fell off. Metro changed hip hop with his sound. And then Metro got bored of his sound, and he's trying to go to something else. And either Metro sees something that I don't see, and he's kind of right, because that's probably why, you know, a track like Euphoria with Kendrick Lamar, that was really hot. But I don't know. I haven't been feeling. Last time I really rocked with Metro's beat, What a Time to Be Alive. And like 21 Savage, when he was partnering with him, Gunna. You know what I'm saying? And then we got to talk about Gunna. Now, Gunna's newest album, man, I listened to it one time. What is it? One of one? I listened to that thing one time and I was like, nah. I fell asleep. You know, I don't know why. Ever since Gunna left Metro, his beats have just gotten so sleepy. You know, I think Gunna makes music to drive in his car with the drop top, with the rooftop down. And that's it. He's like, let me drive through California. All right, cool. Let me make some music so I could drive through California. That's all he's doing. You know what I mean? We got to go back to, drip season. I listen to this to this day, and this be on my rotation. Hardcore. I just want to be clear about that. You know what I mean? Don't play it. I almost played it. See, remember, like, if you guys were to follow me on Twitch, I can play the music on Twitch and talk about it. But YouTube is like, nah, no way. Drip or Drown, there were some songs, but most of them were sleepy. Richard Mill Plain. What else I'm playing with? Baby, I Know My Purpose, European Call, Can't Make Curtains. YouTube better not ban me for singing that. I Know My Purpose, European Call, Can't Make Curtains. I Just Bought My Baby a Baby Birkin. What other track I got? That's it. from that whole, there's 16 songs of that album, and that's the only one I like. But if we go back to Drip Season 3, let me open up the tracks for Drip Season 3. Let me tell you how many songs I like. So, I like My Soul, that's 1. Mistress, 2. No Joke, 3. Toast Up, 4. Pedestrian, 5. Car Sick, 6. Oh, okay. 7 songs out of Drip Season. I mess with that. But out of this freaking, I don't mess with not one song out of 101. Out of A Gift and a Curse, the only song I mess with is what's the name of that song? Fuck You Mean. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if that's actually what album is Fuck You Mean from. A Gift and a Curse. Fuck You Mean. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all know that one? And then that's it. You know what I gotta say? I haven't gone back all the way back to Drip or Drown. That I need to listen to that so I can. Oh, Drip Season 2. Okay, Drip or Drown is the first one. Because okay, to be fair, I started at Drip Season 3. I never went to Drip Season 1, so I need to listen to that. I haven't heard not one of these songs. Caught Me a Foreign, I remember that. Huh. Drip or Drown. Gunna. I like Gunna. I think he's getting sleepy as of now, but I like him. Good guy, good music. I'm glad he got out of prison. Let's not talk about what that means if he got out of. He didn't go to. Wait, he went to prison? He almost went to prison, but he got out. And I'm a person, I like freedom, so I don't know what you had to do to get out, but you did what you had to do. You're a free man. And I think that's cool. You know what I mean? But, well, thank you guys. It's a bit late. My videos that I'm going to definitely be cutting this video up and putting it on my YouTube channel so you can look at later. You know, it was nice talking about and speculating on whether Kendrick Lamar and Eminem is going to be going at each other. We'll see about that in the future. But please